Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. This is just going to be a sort of quick video, I hope. Um, Had a lot of people asking about what I think about the new Cricut machine, and I've got a few other things to talk about. Just wanted to keep you informed, so I thought rather than do a edited, uploaded video, I thought I would just keep it short and sweet and just go live. So let me see if you're in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, there's a thumbs up. Hi, Casey, or Jay Casey. Nice to see you here. I just want to make sure I've got everything. Can you hear me? Well, hey, Terry. Terry is in Jamaica. So thanks for joining us all the way from Jamaica. She's probably in the pool. Just want to make sure. Can everybody see and hear everything okay? Hi, Carrie. Hi, Belinda. It is just now getting to be sunny and gorgeous outside. It's been pretty overcast all day, and I had planned to spend the day outdoors again. I did film a video that will be released tomorrow. It's a quick one, but it's some fun things. Hello from Michigan. Wish I was there too, Terry. Hi, everyone. So the first thing I'm going to touch on is the new Cricut 3 machines. Had a few of you ask in the groups. I've had a few DMs. I've had some Instagram messages asking what I think about it, why I don't have one, and all of that jazz. So let me start out with, I don't have one because I'm not a Cricut product expert anymore. I resigned last summer. I let you guys know back then, but some of you may be new to my channel. So I am no longer a Cricut product expert. I resigned. Before we get into all that, the reason I resigned is just it was a personal decision for me. It was just time for me to resign. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That being said, what do I think about the Cricut Maker 3 and the Cricut Explorer Air 3? I don't really think it's fair for me to say what I think about those machines when I haven't tried them. I hate when I see people give reviews about things that they have never laid their hands on. I will say Cricut has yet to put out a machine since the very first Cricut Explorer that I didn't think was an exceptional machine. They make machines, and they make machines well. So I'm sure this won't be any different. Will I be rushing out to buy one? Probably not. I replaced my Cricut Maker just this past, early this year, I think it was. Was it February maybe? Maybe March. My original Cricut Maker died, and it was my very first one. I've had 3 or 4 other ones since then, but I have given all those away to my family and friends. So I had to actually go out and buy a new one. So I don't foresee needing a new one anytime soon. And for the additional features of being able to cut longer and all of that with smart materials, if I had to go out and buy a new machine right now, a new Cricut, I would wait to buy the new one. But since I don't need to, I am not going to run out and do that. I do have a Silhouette Cameo 4, which has been able to cut longer. And mine also, I have is it the 15-inch? So I can also cut wider as well as infinity length. So that's my opinion about that. Again, I don't doubt that it's going to be a great machine. I appreciate that some people wanted other features. That happens with every machine, every brand. There's always going to be other things that people wanted instead of a new machine. But I understand those who feel like they need to upgrade. Like I said, personally, I'm not going to upgrade anytime soon. But if I had to, if I needed to, I would get the Cricut Maker 3. Let's just chat about that for a second. I'm going to look at the comments. If I'm looking over here, I've got the comments right next to me. Kathy says she's upset about the new Cricut machines since she just bought a Maker and saved a long time to buy this. Not going to buy it. Again, Kathy, you've got a great machine. The Cricut Maker, like I said, I still had my very first one. That was my favorite, the champagne one. After that, I had 2 other ones. I got the pink one, and then I bought another champagne one. And they're great machines. And for me, it's still going to do what I need, unless you need to cut something long. It's still going to do everything that it did before. So it's still a great machine. They said that it's going to have the same adaptive tool system. So you'll still be able to use all your tools that you have. Any new tools should fit it, I would assume. And your materials are going to fit your old machine. That's one of the drawbacks for me, is I don't want to have to buy new vinyl or the smart vinyl to use the Cricut Maker 3 on a roll. I would probably use the Cameo so that I can use any brand. But because I just have tons and tons and tons of inventory of Cricut vinyl already, and Caesar and StarCraft, I just have tons of vinyl. So I don't want to have to throw all that out and go buy smart vinyl. That being said, you can still use a mat, use all of your old products. I don't know if, say, a roll of Caesar Easy Weed is going to fit in the new Cricut Maker, just like smart material or not. I don't know that. Like I said, I don't have the machine. Let's see. We've got Mississippi here and Tennessee. Hello, you guys. Am I UK based? No, I'm in the US. I'm in South Bend, Indiana, Northern Indiana. Hi from California. Good morning, Shayna. Thanks for being here, guys. Susie says, comparing the Silhouette to Cricut, I have the Maker and a Scan and Cut. They are great. I've had every machine that's come out. I bought the Brother Scan and Cuts as they come out. I've had the Cameo 1, 2, 3. I've always bought all the machines. I had 2 Scan and Cuts. I did just sell my last Brother Scan and Cut just because I never used it. And I've bought all of the, I've had all of the Cricuts. The Cricut site said the new 12x12 smart vinyl will not work with the old Maker. This is an epic fail for Cricut. Good to know. Thought we wouldn't ever have to buy a new machine. What Ashish said. I actually don't think, I've heard a couple other I've heard a couple other people say that. I don't think Ashish ever said that you would never have to buy a new machine. Any company that sells technology I don't think is going to make the promise that you're never going to buy a new machine. They're going to constantly keep upgrading their equipment. That's just the way technology works. As things advance and new features become available, they simply have to upgrade their equipment. I mean, look at your phone. I get a new phone every other year, if not every year, because there's something new out. So I don't think Ashish ever said this is the last machine you'll ever need. I do know that they said that the new things that would be coming out would work with the Maker, and I think they are the original Maker, and I think they are sticking to that from what I know. Again, I don't have any inside information. I know the same as what you guys do. Belinda says, Grown, you have to use a special vinyl for Cricut 3. If you want to do the continuous roll, you can still use your old vinyl if you're using a mat. So it sounds to me like the only time you would have to buy the smart materials is if you want to use the continuous roll and be able, I think it's up to 12 foot or something like that. Good morning. Is it Alidra? Good morning from South Dakota, Sharon. I'm going to have one, so until then, this one comes till Norway. Penny's watched Michael's video on the Maker 3. I didn't see that one. Jay Casey or Casey J says, I am fine with the Maker I have and my Scan and Cut. I'm more interested in upgrading my embroidery machine now. Thanks to you, Lori. Getting it tomorrow, but already making plans. Embroidery's fun. It's one of those things I didn't realize I was going to enjoy as much as I do, but it is fun. Let's see, any other comments about the Cricut? Like I said, I don't want to make an opinion about the new machine or Cricut or anything they do based on emotion. They make good products. And I don't have ill will towards them or bad emotion to per se anyway. Just because I resigned doesn't mean I don't like them or like their products. Just decided that was not for me anymore. I didn't want to be a product expert. I wanted to be a little bit more independent. Shayna says, how was your walk? That's a good segue to my next topic. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know that I have started a little bit of a walking journey. And that is simply just getting up and getting outside and walking every day. A lot of you follow me on YouTube, don't follow me on the other ones. So I just wanted to invite you if you want to join us. We are using the app on the iPhone called Stride Walk. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of it? Stride Kick. You can join us on there. You can find me, look up Lori Nudemaker, and I will, once we become friends, I can add you to the challenge. And there's no, it's not really a competition, and it's just an accumulative group step counter. So it just kind of shows each person and how many steps they have done. What I did decide to do just to motivate some who may not or may have been on the fence, but I am going to do a $25 Amazon gift card at the end of our 30-day challenge, just to somebody, whoever has the most steps. So that's just a little fun challenge, but we're really not racing or anything like that. It's just to encourage us to get up and walk. It works with the Apple Watch, the Fitbit, your Android phones. I'm not sure, but there's a ton of apps that it works with. So if you have something that counts steps, you can check that out if you want and see if it works with your, and if you want to join us, I'm happy to have you. We started on the 18th, so I think it's a 30-day challenge. So that is that. Terry says, I just ordered a maker. It hasn't been delivered yet, in transit. Do you think I have any options, or should I just be good with what I'm getting? I would assume, Terry, wherever you ordered it from has a return policy, especially if the box is unopened. And that, as far as whether or not you should, I think what you're getting is a great machine. If you want to be able to utilize that new smart roll material, then I would exchange it and get the new one. Totally, that's a personal choice. If I was in your shoes and I had one being delivered, I would probably return it, and just so that I had the new one. Cricut led us to believe any future upgrades would be done via machine updates and new tools. Again, I don't think they ever promised that there would never be a new machine. I do find it curious that it's the Maker 3. There was no Maker 2. I do think that's kind of a, the Cameo 4 is up to 4. So I think they're trying to kind of make it look more like a third generation upgrade when it's really a second. But I don't think they ever promised no new machines. I really don't. They did say that they would do upgrades via online and the software, and that they would have new tools, and they're saying it's the same adaptive tool system in the new machine. So any new tools that come out for that Maker 3 should work in your Maker 1. There is no Maker 2. Good morning. Can the smart materials be used with the Cricut Maker or the Cricut Explorer 2? They could be used if you put them on the mat. It would be like using your Joy materials with the Cricut Maker. They have that backing on them. I don't know why you would do that. The smart materials are more expensive. I would buy the regular materials, but you can still use the old materials on both machines if you use a mat. As far as using the smart materials, like I said, I wouldn't use the Cricut Joy materials on my regular Cricut Maker just because they're more expensive. They come in smaller quantities. I would use the full size. Can the Maker cut wood? The Maker can it cut wood? Yes, it can cut wood. The answer is yes. Do I use it to cut wood? No. I use the Glowforge. The Maker can cut wood very thin. I think it's 330 seconds or 230. No, that would be 330 seconds. Something like that. But it's a very thin, very soft wood. It takes a long time to cut wood on the maker. That's why I don't do it. And it's also, it's good if you just want to cut a circle out of something or something not overly intricate. If you get intricate, I will tell you your cuts aren't super clean, and it does take a very, very long time. So your computer, your internet, all of that needs to be very stable to do it. So yes, it can cut wood. Do I cut wood with it? No. The newest machine is supposed to be faster, so that would be a major plus, but I can't afford a new one. Again, yeah, it's supposed to be faster. I know I've never had a problem with how fast the maker cuts, except for cutting wood. What I heard yesterday was smart vinyl and cardstock are 13 by 13, which is why you don't need a mat. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit wider because it's going to fit under those rollers so that you can get not use a mat. So if you're going to have that extra, it's just like on the Joy, it has that little border so that it fits under the rollers. Lenore says, thank you, that makes sense. Shayna's saying hi to Terry's Makery. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, the walking journey's been really fun. Like I said, if you're not following me on Instagram, it's been kind of surreal for me to get out of this craft room and get outside and just have a reason. And the funny thing is, like, I start out, the first few days, I'm not going to lie, I was sore. But once you get out there and you start walking, the soreness goes away. And then when you stop, you feel it again. So you kind of like keep walking to chase the pain away. But today I walked and I had no pain. I don't have any pain now. I don't feel stiff when I sit down. And I walked 4.2 miles this morning. First thing this morning. I was back in the house by 7:30 this morning. Doug wasn't even up yet, and I had walked 4 miles. And it really wasn't difficult. It took me right at an hour. Let's see. Linda says, I'd rather use a mat than pay for more vinyl. Terry says the Cricut cuts 3 millimeters with lots of passes. Could take hours, and that's true. It is really a long time. All right. Now, is there anything else we want to say about the Cricut? Again, I don't doubt that it's a great machine. I don't have anything bad to say about Cricut or their machines. Have I ever considered getting into 3D printers? We have one of the best companies that makes them here in Ligonier, Indiana, not far from you. I have thought about 3D printers. I just don't know what I would use them for on a regular basis. I do find it interesting, and I see a lot of really neat things made. I just bought a laser light for my embroidery machine that somebody made on a 3D printer. But yeah, I've thought about it. I haven't purchased one because I haven't, like I said, I don't know what I would use one for on a regular basis. I don't sell things, so even if I made something really cool, I would make it once. So I don't know. Another question I had for those who are here, or if you're watching this on the replay, you can leave it in the comments, is what do you guys want to see? I'm getting myself so spread out between the Glowforge, the single needle machine, the multi-needle machine, Sublimation, Cricut, all of that. Glowforge, did I say that? Sewing. I was just wondering who's still here and what it is you want to see. So if you have any thoughts on that, just drop them in the comments and I will be checking that out later. Jan says, can you only use the smart vinyl without the mat? That's what they're saying. Obviously Cricut wants you to buy their products, so they're going to try to make that exclusive. However, I know people that cut without a mat on the Cricut Maker with rolls of vinyl. So, but you still have, you'll have that limitation. You don't have that length. You'd have the length of a long mat. You would just trick it and say that you had the 24-inch mat in. So I don't know if that's going to be doable with the Maker 3. Like I said, I don't have it. I haven't tried it. I don't know. I really don't know if you're going to be able to put a roll of Caesar in there, or Oracle, or StarCraft, whatever. I don't know until somebody gets the machine and tries it. And I doubt that the people that have it right now are going to be showing you how to put other brands of vinyl in there. If you want to see more on it, Melody Lane Designs YouTube, she's got some videos up. She is a product expert, and she could probably answer more questions than I can because she's actually had her hands on it. She's probably had some training. Let's see. So you guys are wanting sublimation and embroidery. Can't afford a Glowforge. Belinda asked about, or said she's interested in a Glowforge. I do have a link, Belinda, if you're interested. I think I put it in the comments. If not, I will. But it will save you, depending on which machine you buy, it will save you on the purchase of a Glowforge up to $500. I have the basic. Terry has the Pro and the Plus. The basic does everything I need it to do. But again, I don't sell. I'm not mass producing. And I don't make really, really large wood items. So the basic works fine for me. I'm just backing up through the comments, see if I missed any. What is the Glowforge? The Glowforge is a laser cutting machine. You can cut wood. You can engrave. I don't know if you saw my video. I engraved some cork. I made some patches. You can cut things if you guys, well, like my name that's up on my dream box, that was cut with the Glowforge out of wood. The sign back there is one of Terry's from her website, Terry's Makery. That craft sign over there in the dream box, that's all cut out of wood. Those were all cut with the Glowforge. Terry wants a 3D printer. Susie, have you ever considered, I read that one. Kathy says she loves her Maker. That'll be her last machine for a long time. She did buy the Joy after thinking she would never. It's a game changer. Love it. That's awesome. The Joy I actually gave my Joy to a friend of mine who's an avid card maker. I liked the Joy when I got it. I kept it on my desktop. But since I haven't done a ton of Cricut stuff in a while, I gave that to her. Susie says our local talk show radio personality has them and showed a lot of info on them. Up to 95.3. There's tons of stuff for your home you can make with a 3D printer. I'll have to look into it, Susie. I do find them interesting. I just don't know. Like I said, I have to do a little more research. Sewing tutorials are the best. I think the people that like my sewing tutorials are just people who like basic, because I just do very simple, very basic sewing. I don't profess to be a seamstress or know what I'm doing. I just wing it and figure it out. I seen a video that said the 2 times faster is only with the smart vinyl. If you saw the video, it's probably from a product expert or a paid blogger. So they've got that information from Cricut. They're the only ones that have the machines. So if that's what they said, that's probably true, although I can't verify that. Rita says sublimation, embroidery, and crafts. Do you guys mind when I use the multi-needle machine? Are you still able to follow the concept that you can do that on a single needle machine? Lisa says hello. Jan, I'm so excited. I just bought my Sawgrass sublimation printer. Cannot wait to get started. Sublimation is a rabbit hole. You will love it. It is one of those things you start doing, and I actually have a video. It'll be released Tuesday. It'll be released on Tuesday, and it just gives you, there's a couple things in there. It's about sublimation blanks, and there's a couple things in there I think that might surprise you guys. But they're really cute but fun. Jan says more on the single needle. Susie loves her joy for card making. Donna says her son has a 3D printer. There's lots of learning curves to it. I forget that I can put these comments up. Does it get really expensive buying the blanks for sublimation? No. I mean, a lot of them are pretty inexpensive, especially the things I've been showing lately. I did a can opener. I think it was like $1.50 or I don't know. It was under $3. Most of the blanks aren't that expensive. The tumblers get to be a little bit more expensive, but they're not. I don't think they're bad. Rita says no problem if I use a multi-needle. Kathy says yes, I love your sewing videos. Just made a tote following you last week. Everyone loves it. That's awesome. The sewing journey started with the placemats, and I still get asked at least once a week to make some kind of placemat project. Rita has a single needle, but okay with multi-needle tutorials. That's good to know. Have you done any sublimation on material and then sewn with it? Yes, I have a couple videos sublimating fabric. I have the look up my, if you put, go on YouTube, hit Lori or type in Lori and photo pouch. I have a sublimation video like that. I have Lori photo labels, or not photo labels. I think it's just fabric labels. But I have one for sublimation with that. What else have I sewn on? I do have some other ideas for that category, but I know I did the photo pouch, and there's two on. There's a photo pouch with the Cricut. I did that before I had a sublimation printer, and then I did a photo pouch with the SG500 after I got the sublimation printer. It's really cute. There's two different ones. I put the sublimation picture fabric on the liner for like a wedding, and then I did another one that had it on the outside. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss any. Have you done any sublimation? Yeah, okay. What did you think of the Cricut mug sublimation printer? Or, yeah, the sublimation press. I think you're talking about the mug press. Again, Cricut makes great machines. I haven't used that machine, so I don't feel like I can really give an opinion. Did I buy it? No. I love my Walla mug press. The reasons I didn't buy it is I wanted more variety in what I can press, what fits in the mug. My Walla press I can undo so that I can go as wide as a mason jar. I can go as small as a 20-ounce skinny tumbler. So I just wanted to have a little bit more room to work. I think they made a very pretty machine, a very user-friendly machine. But I do see a lot of people doing things to it so that they can do other types of mugs and stuff, such as stuffing it, putting stuff around to fill up the space so that they can do the skinny tumblers, or I saw somebody putting a riser in it. That when you start doing that kind of stuff, that worries me because I'm worried it's a fire hazard or a burn hazard or something like that. So I don't like to see that, but I'm sure I was tempted to go get it just because it looks so easy if you want to do coffee mugs. Put it in, shut the timer. But I wanted something with temperature control and to be able to do more different sizes, different types of presses. So that's my opinion. But like I said, they make machines, they make them well. And I like the looks of it. It's nice looking. Monique says she loves her JP Plus subscription box. Yes, that's my very favorite subscription box. I love that one. I get so many neat things to try. Lisa, did you digitize images do you digitize images for embroidery? If so, which software do you use? I am learning digitizing. I use Chroma Lux. Chroma Inspire comes with any Racoma embroidery machine, but you can also just buy that if you want. But I have Chroma Lux, which is the upgraded version from that. I've also dabbled with Embrilliant. So I also have the Embrilliant Enthusiast, Stitch Artist, Essentials. But most of the time I use Chroma. Rita says, I think subscription to JP Plus has been a big help for me. Not only can I practice sublimation, but some of those products I'd never buy, I do consider now. Me too. I've found so many fun things that, like the can opener, that just happened to be something that I got in a box full of blanks. I wouldn't have bought it, but it turned out really cute. So a fun thing to try. Susie says, I feel we have way too many mugs. I agree. Need more options. Shayna says she agrees. She has too many mugs too. I have a favorite one that I use every day. And I think that's the way a lot of people are. Doug and I were just talking about that the other day. I have been literally every time I pull a mug out, if it's got any kind of chip in it lately, I've just been throwing it away because now I have such a library of sublimation blanks and just mugs that I've made for things. Plus I have all the mugs that go with my real dishware set. Those I keep in a different cabinet, but the cabinet with all the miscellaneous ones, if I see any kind of chip or anything like that, I've just been pitching them now. Did that. Terry says she loves the sub box too. She also gets JP Plus Sublimation Trend Box. Are the sublimation mugs necessarily coated in polyester? I'm allergic to polyester, so I've stayed away from it. It's not polyester, but it has a poly coating, more like a polyacrylic coating that's on sublimation mugs. If you've ever bought a mug that has a design imprinted on it, that not like vinyl, but a design that if you scratch it, you can't feel it, you're drinking out of a sublimation product more than likely. Let's see. Shayna says, Lori, may you please remind your followers, sorry, when I move my mouse, it covers a comment. May you please remind your followers about the blanks giveaway that you are doing spontaneously? Yes. Thank you for that, Shayna. In the YouTube videos, I have been randomly doing, in a lot of the different videos, I have been randomly doing giveaways. If you watch the videos, usually towards the end, I will tell you how to enter to win. Normally, it's commenting on the video. Make sure when you comment on those videos that you are clicking the subscribe or the notification bell, that little bell. Click that bell, and then it's going to drop down and it's going to ask you when you want notifications. You want to put always if you're entering giveaways on YouTube videos, because you will only get an email when they reply to your comment to tell you that you won if you're getting all your notifications. I can't tell you how many of my giveaways do not get claimed. Just because I'll comment, you're the winner, you have 48 hours, 72 hours to reply back to me, and then I have to move on to a new winner. And I will tell you 8 times out of 10, they do not get claimed. So make sure you're clicking notifications. Also, there's going to be another giveaway in Tuesday's video. And if you're into sublimation, you're going to want to watch that one. Where do I buy all my blanks? Most of my blanks are from Heat Transfer Warehouse on JP Plus and Amazon. In my sublimation videos, I almost always have a bunch of blanks listed in the comments. If you buy from JP Plus, use code 9PSR5, you'll get 15% off blanks. And that's, I'll put it in the comments. 9PSR5. Let's see. Shayna and I will tell those of you who like embroidery, this is Shayna. She and I are working on a collab idea. We just haven't settled on an idea that we want to do, but we will be doing some kind of collaboration video coming up. Make sure you go follow her on YouTube. She's got tons and tons of embroidery videos. Another one, Terry's Makery. Follow her on YouTube, though she doesn't get on there too often, but she does do occasional lives. She also has a Facebook group. Follow her. Trying to see who else is on here that we can promote. I think we've gotten all the questions. We talked about the walk. We talked about the Cricut. We talked about there's a giveaway coming up on Tuesday. I have a couple giveaways going currently on my videos. Let's see. I did change my Patreon for those of you who are on Patreon. I got rid of the top 2 tiers, so now there's just a $1 and a $5 Patreon option, and they get exclusive giveaways all the time. I usually make at least one handmade item a month and give that away. Plus, I'm going to be like randomly giving the merch and stuff like that. I just decided to get rid of the top 2 tiers. One, I want to get out of the house and walk and enjoy the summer and enjoy family. And I just wasn't finding that I had enough time for those top 2 tiers to make even more content. And I do anticipate going back into the office full-time shortly. So I just thought I'm just going to alleviate that stress, not overcommit myself. And I just didn't feel like I had the content to support $15 to $25 Patreon right now. So there's just a $5 and a $1 tier. And they'll all be, if you, any of the tiers are in the exclusive Facebook group, which is just for fun. And if I do patterns, I might make those Patreon exclusive or something like that. So that's the update on that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else we needed to cover. The mug press, explore, Cricut. Oh, I know. I made these. I don't know. Do you guys have any interest in a video on these? This is embroidery. This was a fun project. But I know these are kind of popular right now, so you probably have already seen enough. But if you're interested, let me know. Susie says, grandkids growing fast. They are a must-see. Yes, they are. Just got off the phone with them a little bit ago. What else? Oh, this is the bag. This is the giveaway for Tuesday's video. It's all ready to go. We'll see whose label gets put on there. I think that's it. Notebooks look fun. Passport holder, yep. That's in the file, the same file as this. I think this actually, I don't know if this was the passport holder size or not, but I put the notebook in it. But there is one specifically that says passport holder. There's also a bigger version, but I was trying to stick with things that most people can do. This fits on a 5x7 hoop. We could actually also make these just on a sewing machine. It wouldn't have to be an embroidery machine. All right, guys, I am going to wrap it up. And notebooks are adorable. I've made the bigger one. Yeah, they're fun. I actually, some of these have mistakes on them. Never supposed to show people your mistakes, but this one I didn't notice that the back moved on me, so it missed the bottom stitch line. So these were just prototypes. But this one turned out all right. This one turned out all right, and I had another one that I pitched. Do you know if there's a way to tell the difference between true sublimatable items and those that may have been sold as sublimation items? Uh, really, I mean, I would buy from a reputable vendor if you're buying a sublimation item. Unless you're trying to, it depends what you're trying to sublimate, put it that way. If you're buying tumblers and things like that, buy it from a sublimation vendor. Usually on the bottom of a sublimation tumbler, there's a silver disc. Um, on as far as like fabric shirts and stuff like that, you don't need to buy sublimation shirts. Just make sure it has at least 65% polyester for your best results, 85 or up. Remember, sublimation is only going to stick to those polyester fibers. So if you have a 50% polyester, 50% cotton shirt, it's only going to stick to that 50% polyester. It will go on the cotton, but once you wash it, it's not going to be permanently adhered. It's going to wash out. So 50% of your design is going to wash away. So the higher the polyester, the more fibers that ink is sticking to, and the more vibrant and solid your print's going to be. That being said, if you use something that's 90% polyester or 85%, you're still going to get a pretty good result. But you can expect a little bit of fading the more, the less percentage of polyester, the more fading you're going to have, because it's not actually fading. It's just releasing that ink from those fibers that aren't polyester. So as far as garments, things like that, anything that's polyester, high count of polyester, you don't really need a true sublimation blank, because all they're doing is making something out of polyester. Gloria says she would love to see more Glowforge. If I could afford one, so I don't watch those. Oh, so she doesn't want more Glowforge videos. All right, I think that's it. I am going to wrap this up so I can get outside and you can get outside and do whatever it is you're doing. We have been working on the yard all weekend, putting mulch down, and I need to go get about 5 more bags to finish the front. All right, do you have a preference? After this, I'm going to wrap it up. Do you have a preference on sublimation paper? I like the text print R paper. However, copy paper, if you buy laser jet copy paper, it works. Your prints are going to be just as good. Maybe minusculely, you won't even notice it unless you did them side by side difference. The thing about using sublimation paper is you don't get as much bleed through, because they have that backing on there that is kind of, I don't know, the sublimation paper is made to release the ink easier, and so it releases the ink onto your project. If you're using copy paper and you're using the laser jet paper, it still releases the ink fairly easily, but it doesn't have that backing on the back side, so some of that ink comes through instead of staying in the paper, so you get more bleed through. So you need to make sure that you've got that butcher paper on top. But I use the text print R paper, and I've used the A sub paper, both very successfully. Both work great. Gloria says Glowforge is huge in my opinion. I don't think I would have the room for it either. Plus it is way more expensive. Not in my. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I will talk to you later. Thanks for joining me on the live. Thanks for hanging in there. I hope this answers any questions that anybody had about the Cricut. Why I don't have one. Will I buy one? What do I think? Whatever. That's all I have to say about that. So we will see you guys later. Thanks so much for being here, and have an amazing day.